Hi, are you feeling exhausted by your job or by your business? Are you saying yes when you really mean no? This is Dr. Shannon Tran from Employpreneurs Club, and I want to share some important tips with you in this very brief video to help you be able to reach your personal and financial success. In order to reach a higher level of personal and financial success, you need to learn to really have good boundaries. Boundaries on your time, boundaries on who you spend your time with, boundaries on what you'll do and what you won't do. And what I really notice with a lot of people is this is an area where we often struggle because we want to be nice or we want to please everyone or we have a difficult time saying no. So let me give you some important tips on how to be able to communicate important boundaries so that you can have your next level of success. So let me start by just letting you know why boundaries are even important. I'm going to take a look at a couple of my notes here because I want to make sure I'm giving you the best information. So boundaries are important because they communicate information about your limits, your expectation, your rules of conduct, how you want to be treated, and how you want others to treat you. And for a lot of people, what I see is that they'll tell people how they want to be treated, but then they don't reinforce their own boundaries. We gotta reinforce our own boundaries because some people are gonna test your boundaries. So make sure that what you say is what you mean, and that if you have a boundary, you do your best to reinforce that boundary. So if you say, hey, my work, I finish at 6 o'clock so I can go home and be with my family, and then you keep being asked to stay later, having a boundary would mean you say, I'll do it once in a while, but come 6 o'clock, I'm gone, and then you leave. Boundaries are also important because it makes it possible for you to accept a no from other people, because sometimes we need to hear other people's no or respect other people's no. And then we need to be able to have our own no. We have our own yes, we have our own no. Because without boundaries, if you just keep doing what other people want you to do and it's not really in alignment with your own values or who you are, you're not going to have a good, strong sense of yourself, of what you want, or how you feel, because you're not going to have a consistent sense of self. So boundaries, they build self-esteem, they reinforce positive self-worth, they build your confidence, and they improve the level of satisfaction in your relationships, whether they be at work or with other people in your life. So healthy boundaries are important because they allow us to feel centered, grounded, safe, secure, and confident. So let me give you a quick example of a healthy boundary. A healthy boundary would be if you tell someone, such as a friend or family member, who routinely borrows money from you, that you don't want to loan them the money until they pay back what they already loan you, then you're communicating a healthy boundary. However, if you communicate that you don't have the money to loan, but then you loan it anyway, that's not communicating a healthy boundary, because it's inconsistent, right? You're saying one thing, but then you're doing another. So in healthy boundary, we want to be in alignment with what we say. And when we borrow money or loan money to people that we don't have to give them, it's going to increase the chances that they keep borrowing from you, right? So really try to honor your own boundaries. The goal, again, is say what you mean and mean what you say, right? That's alignment. So I want to give you just some quick tips for qualities of healthy boundaries. A person with a healthy boundary is someone who can identify how he or she feels about something, what he or she thinks about something, and how he or she is going to behave in that situation, and they do it consistently regardless of circumstances. A person with healthy boundaries can also distinguish between his or her own emotions, opinions, behaviors from those of someone else. A person with healthy boundaries does not blame other people for how he or she thinks, how he or she feels, or how he or she behaves, but rather a person with healthy boundaries takes responsibility for their own feelings, thoughts, and actions, and they allow the other person to do the same. So those are just some few quick tips that I wanted to offer, because I notice a lot of people that I've been working with have been struggling in this area, and I really want to help you reach your full potential so that you can achieve your personal and financial success and enjoy fulfilling and satisfying relationships. So thank you so much again. This is Dr. Shannon Tran from Employerpreneurs Club. Thanks for joining us, and we'll have more tips for you coming up.